Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Saul with Gold Phenoms. Check it out. I'm right here with my buddy Shawn, right here on the shores of the Yuba River. I gotta tell you, you can probably see the scenery behind me. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me get a shot of that. Look at all that great water right there. My buddy and I, Shawn, are having a little contest today. We're trying out the dream mat here versus something he invented. Well, Shawn, why don't you tell us about it, man? What do you call it?
Well, it's a V-ridge matting. Couldn't really think of a name. Everything else has been taken. So I call it Pickle Puss.
The Pickle Puss, folks, man. That's awesome. How does it work, man? Show us.
Well, it works pretty darn good. I would put this mat up against any mat on the market.
Let's go check out his mat.
This other side so you can...
Shawn tried out half a bucket, folks. He tried out half a bucket, and look at all the gold he's already got right there on his V matting. So that's already there. All those speckles right there, that's all gold already. Go for it, brother.
You can see all the black sand trailing on the aluminum. There's so much black sand down here that it's ridiculous. So you know when you start running your material, you're seeing lots of black sand, then hopefully you're also in the gold zone. Gold and black sand, both being heavy, travel in the same general vicinities. And this will process out fast enough to where you can absolutely, as quick as you can reach in the bucket and get a handful and throw it in, it processes.
Let's get a closer look here at how it processes this material. This stuff's really moving, man.
And you can see the material, the little pieces of non-gold on that V matting, kind of moving side to side, just barely moving side to side. And that's what we call that disruptive oscillation.
Wow. You guys, I can see gold all throughout his V matting here. I better get on it because, wow, he is way ahead of me here. Well, I got my work cut out for me today because I've only thrown on a couple of scoops here of dirt just to test out, you know, my sluice here. My buddy threw a handful of dirt there just to give me a little head start here. It may not be enough water and I might end up having to move out deeper, but hey, that's what it's all about. All right, well, what am I waiting for? Okay, now that we got the Dream Mat sluice up and running better, I'm going to show you guys what we're doing here, or at least what the plan is. Shawn's over here classifying down to 1/4 of an inch. The fastest classifying I've ever seen. Check this out. He puts the shovel full down in there. Boom, done, just like that. I don't intend to classify today. I'm just going to try it without and see what happens. But our little contest begins. So, all right, sun's high in the sky, and that river right there is just chock full of trout, folks. The water's so clear that must be like 6 feet deep right there. I can still see the bottom. Wow. How am I supposed to get any gold prospecting done with that? Anyway, all right, let's get to it. Alright guys, this is my first bucket right here, and the gravel is easy enough to dig through. Let's see how my mat does here. lot of water pressure, so I might having to go, go get my classifier. We'll see. I like it whenever it clears it out faster, but it might still be okay. See a lot of heavy material getting caught up in the mat, just like Shawn said it would. Really heavy stuff here in the area, but it is clearing out nice and neat here in the front. Got a little drop in the back, so the stuff has a place to settle there. I can see some gold already in the mat right here, some pieces. Let's see, we're at one right here. It was there last time actually when Shawn threw a handful of dirt onto the mat. Just looking for some more to give you guys a better view here into what to expect. I'll have to clear that out right there at some point. Either that or move the mat. It's just not, I don't know if there's just not enough drop. Yeah, I might end up having to classify today by default. Let's see.
You're better off classifying anyway.
Yeah. The man says I'm better off classifying. Well, he knows this part of California better than I do. So, yeah. Might end up having to do that very thing. Let me show you guys a piece of gold already that I was talking about. It's right there. I don't see any more jumping out at me, but got a long way to go. The sun is high in the sky. All right, guys, just shoveling a few shovelfuls of material here, and there's that. My first got a piece right there underneath my finger. You can see it in the shadow, and I thought that might be a piece of gold right there, but no, it just went away. It's probably that shell, that little rock that's yellow and that likes to fool with you. I don't see much showing in the mat itself, but that's the way that the dream mat works. Oftentimes it's underneath this material right here, as you guys know. For those of you that have followed my adventures here, let me move this around here. See what's hiding underneath these rocks here. It was just a few shovelfuls of dirt anyway, but that guy caught my eye right there. I know you guys can see it on your end. At least I think so. That's another nice piece, guys, right there, and then in my finger you can see underwater. At least you should be able to. Right next to the shadow. Move that camera around here so you guys can get a better view of it. There it is. I'm just shoveling dirt right here at the top of my sluice here and seeing if I get lucky. But I think for the amount of energy I'm expending for one shovel full of material, I can do a lot better just shoveling it into my buckets nearby and just hauling it to my sluice. At least that's what appears to be my my experience, what little I have here on the Yuba. I'm probably about, I don't know, maybe 3 buckets in perhaps. My buddy Shawn continues to tear it up here. Let me make my way on down there. See what he's got in his sluice here. Holy smokes, man, I can see it from right here. Look at this. He's doing real good. You can see, look at all that cheddar, guys. Those aren't Man, I was gonna say those aren't those yellow rocks that were fooling me earlier. Folks, that's all gold right there. Well, tell you what, his sluice is doing the job today. And me, oh, I'm just doing my best to adapt to the surroundings and feel it out, and proving how out of shape I am at the moment. Yep, I definitely need to come out more often. Anyway, time for a break. So that last little bucket that I got several pieces showing suddenly. There. And in the middle of my mat right there, you guys can see no doubt on your end. I'm gonna show you guys where I've been digging. Let me walk right over here. I just picked a low spot where the water was showing through the rocks, and I just started making this little pit right here. And you guys can see it's real easy to dig down and get a scoop full of dirt. I mean, look, comes up nice and clean. Very little clay, if any, here. It's real, look at that. Real easy to go through. So anyways, despite that, Shawn's doing way better. He's had a lot of time to go through, gather a bunch of material. I, on the other hand, I've had the honor and privilege of getting my truck stuck in the rocks up there. We're waiting for a buddy to come on down and bring a rope or whatnot to pull me out. So generally I don't report my mishaps, but this is one where, yeah, a little more adventure than I had hoped for or anticipated. So anyway, between me being short of breath and I'll say waiting out for the guy to return, a gentleman named Dave, who I will definitely be indebted to here momentarily. Hey Shawn, man, how's your thing looking, man? Holy smokes, man! Look at all that, still, all that yellow right there, folks. Look at all that gold, man.
Loading it up.
Yeah, it sure is. The man right here, taking advantage of the Yuba River like that. That's the name of the game. All right, time to take a little break. What is this, break number 2 for me? After a month of not being on the river, I'm feeling it. I'm amazed how much of this green mineral right here we're finding. You know, that's a good sign. You don't see pieces that big very often in the Kern River, but there it is. Quite a few. So I'm on about 5.5 buckets, give or take, material that's gross, that's not classified. And you know, my sluice is cleaning out nicely, you know. Better than it was earlier. And the water's going through it nice and fast. And as long as you keep the back right here clear, then the back portion of the sluice has a chance to clear out and let everything else go by. So I'm doing that while I'm filming. you know, clearing out these big rocks right here, of which there are many. This amazingly clean material. Seeing little chunks of gold, you know, here and there, like that one right there, right in the middle of my mat. And who knows how many I have back here. I think I'm gonna do a clean out here shortly. Shawn has agreed to more or less do the same after another half bucket or so. We're gonna take off whenever Dave comes by with that rope to pull out my truck, and we're just gonna follow him out. Be the wise thing, you know, with somebody who's got a four-wheel drive vehicle. Note to self: four-wheel drive vehicle is impending at some point in the hopeful future. Yeah, I'm really tired, but overall it's been a really good trip here. The scenery like that, I mean, you just can't go wrong. There's been some rafters go by, some inner tubers rather, you know, and some people on rafts as well. You can see some folks way down there. There were some vultures here across the way here, I guess, coming in for a drink of water. I should have recorded them just for the heck of it, but yeah, they were all congregating right here on the side, the other side, that is. Don't know what for, seeing as myself and my buddy are quite alive. Shawn continues to classify material right there. I don't know if you guys can see him right there at the edge of the bush there, but he's going through his last half bucket here. And me, I could use some water, seeing as I'm quite dehydrated. Let me go get some of the final words here from Shawn here. Shawn, how would you classify your action today, man? You know, your gold take.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, huh?
It's running anywhere from 1/10 of a gram to maybe at the best 2/10 of a gram per 5-gallon bucket.
That's not bad, man. You know, 1/10 of a gram per bucket. You know, 2 to 2/10.
Yes, that's over $300 a yard material.
Wow. Well,
Mr. Parker, if you ever get to see this, we're working in $300 a yard material.
you heard that from the man right there. You know, we're gonna clean up here shortly and see what we got. I'm gonna do a clean out. He's gonna do a clean out, and wow, it's been a hell of a day, a very tiring day, with a couple of surprises too here on the Yuba River. All right, let's do a clean out. See what we get. Out. See what we get here. Very little material, maybe about a cup. Time to pan. guys, that's a tally right there for today. A bunch of finds, as you can see right there, all throughout the pan there. You can see at the top. Switch them around a little bit there. You can see all that stuff right there, all that cheddar. I guarantee you, Shawn did better. Wow. Time to snuff it up and get on out of here. Check that out. You can already see the gold right there coming up at the top right there. It's now a couple of days later, guys, and looking at the gold that I got from up there, up north in the Yuba River, and wow, there's a lot of it. I'm gonna go ahead and continue panning this down here. I want you guys to see this right here. This material right here, it's taken me 10 minutes to get from what you saw last time to this point right here. This stuff right here, this mineral, it doesn't move the same way that that the black sands in the Kern River do. It makes it really tough to get the gold to move the way that I want it to. And if this stuff floats really easily, and it's hard to clear out of there. But after working hard at it, I want you to see what happens here whenever I try to pan this thing down. So some of the gold moves, but this stuff also just takes off. It just floats away, and you can see right here, it's floating on the surface. And I found pieces of gold also. I should have put some jet dry in here, but for those people out there that don't have it all the time, like wow, I mean, look at all these pieces that are floating on that mineral or whatever. You know, you got to be real careful whenever you're going through this mineral right here that apparently is really prevalent there in the Yuba River. I'm going to continue to pan it down and keep at it, but yeah, look at that. Just makes it really tough. There's a piece right there that almost got away. Alright, so I've decided that I need to put the rest of the materials on my concentrating table because it's just too much stuff floating away, and I want to give the table a chance to clear those materials better than I could panning. And yep, need some of this. More than enough, but who's counting? Anyways, we'll give that a chance to permeate the water there, and we'll go from there. I'm letting this guy run a little bit because in the past, whenever I haven't, the table hasn't had a chance to become saturated with water and work properly, and I've gotten some dry spots on it. So instead of having to deal with that, I'm letting it run a little bit, and you know, again, let the water soak into the table a little bit, and just make my job a lot easier. See already a whole bunch right there. I'm gonna try to move it over here to the center. And oh, there goes one piece trying to get away there. A couple of pieces. Oh, okay. Well, this is why you have this little catcher right here. You can see these pieces right here. This little trough try to get away here. They probably floated away. I'm gonna snuff them up real fast. Here we go. I don't see any more in there, but well, that's why you have that little trough right there. For those of you that are wondering, just like me, I wanted to test that stuff out and see if it was magnetic, you know, to see what it's made of. And you can see that indeed, it's definitely, at least part of it, is magnetic. A huge portion, in fact. I mean, take a look at that. That'll make my job a lot easier. Alright, So looks like we've confirmed that looks like a much larger portion of it is magnetic, I guess magnetite, then versus Kern County's black sand. All right, we'll check that out. I'll take it. All right, guys. So after finally clearing it up, that's what I got right there. Not bad for 5.5 buckets of unclassified material. My buddy Shawn, whose take I'll show you here momentarily, he managed to put 4.5 classified buckets through. So hey, I didn't do too bad and proved a couple of things. Looks like you know, my dream mat did its job and got plenty of finds, which you know, true to its nature, it certainly pulled those out of the Yuba River, and that fine mineral did not clog up the dream mat cells, which is a big plus. Man, gold, get some. I'll see you guys in my next episode.